So you've seen a few times in my videos what my desk looks like. My desk is by far the most important space that I have. Okay, I do everything here, everything. I mean, I work here at least 2-3 times a week, all day long. I practically live here. Anything that needs to be done with the computer is done here. It's a pretty simple desk. It's just 4 legs and a long piece of plywood sheet covered with Formica, and it wasn't steady enough because it's like such a long sheet, but it is very steady now. I mean, it doesn't move at all, and this is due to these pieces that I printed that are attached to the actual plywood sheet and the wall. Now, if I would have put this straight onto the wall, I could have just screwed it straight to the wall with regular angled pieces of metal. That's what I did in my previous home office. I made all the electricity lines exactly the same height as the desk needs to be. True story. True story. That's what happens when you think you're very clever, but you're not really that clever. I have always wanted a stand-up desk. Always. Stand-up desks are pretty pricey, pretty expensive. I've actually always had this idea of building my own stand-up desk, buying some motorized DC actuators and some steel and making a frame on my own. I've not got around to doing it because also, even if you do it yourself, it's still quite a lot of money buying the metal, buying the actuators, buying the tabletop. It costs a lot of money. One of my closest friends from university is moving to America and decided to do it pretty fast, and he's getting rid of all his stuff. Luckily for me, I get to keep some of his cool toys. And one of the things that I got from him is, ta-da! So I now have a stand-up desk. Thanks, Douglas. This stand-up desk, when it's open to the max, it's 160 centimeters. My plywood sheet is 225. Wait, let's make sure that's the right measurement. 220 centimeters. So that's pretty long for this table. I'm going to try it anyway. My current desk setup with the 4 legs and the printed parts that connect it to the wall. And I'm going to connect the plywood sheet onto my new motorized stand-up desk. And obviously it's not going to be connected to the wall because I want to move it up and down. Let's talk about the concept of stand-up desks. There are things that everyone agrees on. For instance, broccoli is good for you. No one actually knows if it's true or not, but it doesn't matter. Everyone believes it's healthy for you. Another example is drinking a lot of water. No argument there. On the other hand, there are things that are definitely bad for you. Things like Big Macs and cigarettes. Between these two extremes, there is a lot that people disagree on. Based on a few specific cases, sitting all day may be bad for you. And yes, I know and agree, by the way, that makes a lot of sense. But how is standing up all day, or standing up instead of sitting down, better for you? What about lying down? Why is it okay to lay down and sleep 8 hours straight every single day? I happen to have a stand-up desk at work and I do use it occasionally. But come on, if I feel like I need to stand up, I can always just go and get a cup of water once an hour instead of motorizing my desk. Anyway, this isn't a review of the health benefits of stand-up desks. It's a video of me installing mine. So let's get into it. Do you remember this? This was wired straight through the table, okay? So while explaining just now about the child warning system, it just can't be disconnected from the table, I was thinking to myself, you don't really need to move the table at all. All you need to do is just bring in the new legs underneath, lift it until it connects to the plywood sheet, and then I just need to disconnect the existing 4 legs and the connection to the wall, and I'm good to go. So that's what I'm going to do. And just like that, you turn a common sense idea into a TED Talk topic. So these are the legs of the table. They are pretty sturdy. It's made of actual steel. I was pretty sure it would be aluminum, but it's real steel, and it's thick and it's heavy and it's stable. It's also got these legs that you can rotate in and out to stabilize the table. Pretty good. Position. Thank you, Douglas. I did tell him that if he ever comes back, he can have all this stuff back. I also told him that I'm probably going to be ruining the table in the near future. He didn't have any problem with it. Originally, I had 3 screens, 2 here and this one that's still here. So I've still got 3 arms. I'm going to leave the double arm still connected because the top screen that I want to keep as the top screen is already connected. I don't want to mess around with it. This I can just fold down like that and keep it out of harm's way. You see that? Just connect it here with some Velcro or something. Do that soon. And this arm, which held the second bottom screen, will hold the wide screen. It's currently sinking. We can tighten the tension here to give it more strength when holding up the screen. So I'm going to connect the screen and then tighten the tension and see if it works. If not, I've also got the original handle for this that I can use. The double screen holder isn't high enough for my top screen to be on top of the wide screen when the wide screen is at the height that I want it to be, which is more or less what it's like now. So we need to scratch the idea of using the double holder, and we're going to go and use this bigger holder that goes much higher than the one that I have. When replaying the footage, I realized that I look like a beached sea lion rolling around uselessly, and that I could have just raised the desk and glide in elegantly with my chair. I guess it takes time to grasp new concepts. Super happy with my new desk setup. It's getting better all the time. I definitely have to find a better solution for the cable management. The desk isn't stable. The screens wobble, especially when the desk is in the higher realms while standing up. I'm pretty sure it's because of the thickness of the plywood sheet, and I'm going to have to do something about that in the future as well. As I said in the video, I have a clear vision of the future perfect desk that I plan on building, but it will take a while until I get my hands on the materials I need for that project. I know more or less what I need. For me, it's a great help to stand up during those boring meetings after lunch where you feel like you're dozing off. Just makes all the fatigue disappear. But to say that it makes me feel that my health is improving is a far stretch from the practical reality that I live in. It was best put on a random reel I once saw on Instagram. The smug feeling you get from telling people you use a stand-up desk will probably prolong your life, but only by a few minutes. As always, thank you for your time, and I will see you on the next one.